I had modeled this ocean sunfish recently, and while I was doing it, there were so many funny, weird little angles that I thought it would be perfect to combine together into a sticker sheet.
Like, he's just always in his own world. He really quiet for real unless he know you. He's funny as hell though, but if he know you type shit, you know what I'm saying?
I'm also kind of wondering if people prefer sticker sheets or sticker packs. So if anyone has a preference, please let me know. Because I never know, like, if I should make a sheet or a pack or both, or if it's redundant to have both. But anyway, I think that they're super cute. It was fun because they were made in 3D, but then for the background, I initially printed them out on a plain blue background, but it just looked too, well, plain. So I illustrated this water pattern, and I really like how it turned out. So I'm not used to like a stationery right now, and I'm playing these markers.
And look who drew this free.
We did too, but that was when they had some other freaks over here. Do you like the
These are my version of Labubus. They're called Nomies, and I found them when I was on the hunt for a Labubu. Labubus are cute and all, but I think these are just like very me, and they are so freaking cute. I saw this one that I had to get, and now I have 4, and they're beautiful, and they're my divas, and I love them. I've been making a lot of memo pads lately. It was something that I have been wanting to get into for a while, and what prompted it is I was in this stationery art market, and it just felt like the perfect time. So since I did that and I uploaded them to my store, I've gotten a couple memo pad orders, which I really appreciate, but yeah, it does take a little bit of time for me to make them and prep them. I do feel really happy. I feel like my shop has gone through a period of consistency where I went through a time where I was getting an order a day, sometimes 2, and I am so grateful for that, even if it's slowed down now. Something else that's really exciting is that I had my first consignment order. This place called Coterie Market, based in Florida, reached out to me saying that they really liked my work and asked if I wanted to be one of their monthly vendors. I believe how they do it is they rotate artists every month or so, which I really like because it kind of keeps things like fresh and lets people discover new artists. So I packed up this huge order with a bunch of stickers, sticker sheets, memo pads, and some washi tape. I also got washi tape made, which is very cute. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's just, I feel like it'll never get old just seeing your artwork, like, and holding it in your hand. There's just something about it. I don't know, seeing it like tactile in front of you. Unfortunately, I feel like I've been tying my worth a bit too heavily to my ability to create things and just generally making money from my art, whether that is through my online store or through my freelance work. Things have been kind of difficult lately, just in terms of like job searching and like money and finances, and So much of it just feels so out of my control, which can make me feel really, really small. But to kind of work through that, something that's been really helpful for me is getting back into crocheting. It was something that I started kind of at the end of last year, but then fell out of it in a big way. But my best friend gave me this crochet book where it's birds, crocheting birds, which is wonderful. So I decided to get back into it by making one of those, and the one that I chose was a pigeon.
Yes, there's interest there, absolutely. You know what I mean? But the original
Say
plan.
that more then.
And something that I really like about crochet is just how you can kind of tune out when you do it in the best way. I have this problem where, you know, if I'm like sitting and trying to relax, if I don't have an activity, then my mind will just start racing. But I feel like with crochet, once you get into the rhythm, it's like all you're really thinking about is like, okay, like what stitch am I on? Like what's the next thing in the pattern? Like it just feels way easier, and it's been really nice. Dorito also likes to accompany me while I crochet, but he's not very helpful, and sometimes he is just destructive, but I love his company. And speaking of pigeons, I did get something very exciting in the mail. I finally made a 3D print using WOM. This pigeon is near and dear to my little heart. When I first started learning 3D, this was one of the first things that I made. At the time, I was using Blender, and honestly, it was pretty difficult for me. um I don't know, something about the interface, like there was just so much that I was having trouble with, and I felt like it was difficult for me to remember. But I feel like I've really found and hit my stride with WOMP, and I really like making things in 3D now. So since WOMP does work better for my brain, and since I've been doing it now for like a year and a half or so at least, I thought it would be a great time actually to just do, a redraw, but like a remodel. I don't know. 3D printing is something that is entirely new to me, and I definitely made a few mistakes with my first one. I didn't prep my model as well as I probably could have. And then for some reason, there is like a drainage hole in the very front, but also off center, it's like a little belly button. That is a little strange to me, but overall, I'm super, super happy with it. Really what I was most worried about is if he would be able to stand up or not. And so obviously we can't leave him naked. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to paint him. Just boys.
So I've always had fake Christmas trees. Okay, so this is what we ended up with. Some really grand towels. They're Christmas themed, but they're just pink with red bows, so they're not like super Christmas.
So I started off with the green, just because it, aside from the white, would be one of the lightest colors. I tried to find paint colors that were as close to my original as possible without having to do too much mixing, or if any mixing at all, because I personally didn't really have faith in my ability to consistently mix the same shade over and over, and I just thought that it would be like way too much of a hassle. I definitely feel like I made a lot of really good progress. He's definitely not done just yet, but I had to stop because I got my eyebrows bleached. I really, really like how it looks. I've never dyed my hair. I've never done a really big haircut before. Not only did I want to have that little moment of being able to be like, yeah, I did try something like different, very different for me at least, but it feels really good to embrace that change, but embrace the change that feels like it's the next day. And I think that this is probably, if I ever painted another figure, this is probably the move I would do, is take the first day to just kind of block out the base colors and make sure those are pretty even, and then the second day go in with the details, because it really came together today. I am just adding in the little darker gray details on the wings and the tail feathers, as well as just painting over some of my mistakes earlier, cleaning up a few lines because they look a little messy. Oh, he's so cute. This was a really fun learning experience. I'm really happy that I did it, and I am really happy with the final result. I think initially, because I would not consider myself much of a painter, I wasn't really liking like how evident the brush strokes were and like the texture on it, but looking at it now, I'm like, what was I thinking? It's so cool. It's so cute, and I like that it looks handmade, and I think he's done. I know that like the belly, where I filled in the drainage hole in the belly, is like a little obvious, but also that's okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's my first 3D model, and he lives on my desk. And yeah, actually that is where I'm gonna end this video today. If you have made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I wanted to try and do something a little different this time, like a little more casual, kind of treating it as if we're just two friends hanging out, kind of doing our own separate activities, but just chatting and coming back together from time to time. So yeah, thanks so much. I will see you in the next one. Bye.